everyone.
Hello, everyone. Welcome on in and happy Thursday. I hope everyone has had an amazing day today. If you can hear my cat in the background, it's because he's decided to be more of an asshole than usual today.
So, I am looking at the screen right now. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yes.
But as I am prone to do during introductions to make things harder for you,
Mhm.
now that I'm looking at the screen, yesterday, gemstones everywhere.
Yep.
Today, absolutely nothing except for the weed one floating in the middle of nowhere.
That's Adana's, that floaty one.
No, the
Oh,
floaty
both
one
of them
is the party pool one, because I couldn't remember who it belongs to. I have one and Fenna has one.
Yes. Whereas with 8 coins, you have like 3 of them. Some people have 2, some people have... Everyone has 1 at least.
I guess...
I don't know what to use them on. I'm sorry.
There we go, Cycle, you understand me.
Yeah. It's only because someone wants to cheat at carnival games.
We have not cheated anything except for just literally everything that's important.
I mean, yes. On that note, let's go around the table and introduce people. While I'll fix hero points for everyone, let's start with Sen.
Hello. I am Sen. And tonight I shall play the great cleric named Viskugga Moonchild, a cleric of Selûne, who is everyone's favorite goddess as shown by Baldur's Gate 3. And this is sorry, we took a short rest?
Yes.
Let me actually do it on my sheet. Right, as I said, Sui, not to be confused with Siri.
You go.
I mean, mystery item, you have like 2 of them already, that being a sentient drift globe and the witch's broom that Fenna the witch used now. But hero points, we don't have those. As such, Cycle, hero points will be immediately useful, as we are attempting to cheat away through all the carnival games. Whereas the mystery item is a mystery and we have no idea how useful it might be for cheating.
Hey, last one was very useful.
Flying broom,
Yes.
loads of fun. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait.
Should we get you a witch's hat as well? Like a nice big pointy one?
No,
Perhaps a
no.
cat?
Be careful. I'll get one and I'll be wearing it on stream. You do know that, but no.
You have to know. But yes.
I've already got the fez sitting in the background from the one shot.
I mean, I have a witch's hat, but it's like this big with a little clip and you just clip it on like that. It's in the attic though, so...
Yeah, that is my introduction. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I am here like every Thursday, every Wednesday, every day that I'm here.
I should hope so. Otherwise that would get weird in a hot second.
There will come a day where I'm just randomly ask my sister to fill in for me and we'll see how that goes.
Oh god.
She'll most likely say no, are you crazy? And stuff like that, but we'll see.
Mooney.
No, I am Moonstar or Mooney or Moon with working camera. Very happy. And I'm playing Fenna Dazzlecase, who is the rock gnome evocation wizard with a broom that flies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks to some people being very nice last session.
Totally.
Lillith.
Hi, I'm Lillith. I'm playing Reliana Saphir, the sorcerer tiefling. She's a very nice person.
She is.
Vitz.
Hello, I'm Viskugga, and I am playing Silas Nimalon, the half-orc, half-elf We're Raven, Zealot Barbarian of Lyra. At your service.
We need to add some more to that.
Yes.
Oh god.
Carnival Master will be next.
We shall see. And hi, I am Ardana or Joe or Oi, you there if Lillith has anything to say about it. I am
Yep.
the GM and channel runner around this part, and I don't have a witty comeback today because my brain broke yesterday. Or witty thing to add. So the music you're listening to right now is by Adrian von Ziegler. The overlay and starter soon screen were made by me in Incarnate. The map you're looking at right now is the official Witchlight Carnival map from the Wizards of the Coast module, Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Some of the maps we might run into were made by me, but I doubt it, because there are some really nice ones for the carnival. And if you want to see what you can do to help or hinder the party, you can do what Lillith did and type in !perks in the chat to see what you can do for your channel points, or just do what Cycle did and just spam the whole party with hero points, which are used to automatically succeed on a roll, not crit but to success, stabilize someone who is on death saves, or petition the DM for shenanigans, which is technically the thing that it's most used for. Anyone want to give us a quick recap of what happened last time? Because it's been a hot minute.
You have saved Sebastian.
Last time on Dragon Girl and Friends.
What?
Listen, no one has given me proper names, so I went with Raven Girl and gave it the next
I
best
mean, you
thing.
have Raven Boy. Come on.
No, please don't give me nightmares. Yeah, so it shall be the adventures of Dragon Girl, the path towards Wormness? I'll figure out the subtitle later. Let me get my...
Cycle is gonna get hurt at some point.
Listen, Cycle, I know where you live. I will jump on a plane and come over there.
You also play together in Graham Hollow. I have a feeling that someone's gonna get yeeted off a cliff.
Normally, yes. However, Hydras and Cycle's character, whose name I've forgotten for the moment.
Finn.
Finn, yeah. Are... He's a barbarian, right?
Yeah, he's a barbarian.
Yeah, okay, not that I'm misremembering stuff. What was I saying? Yeah, so he and the barbarian are actually friends, so I shall not let my personal hatred of his being intervene with Hydras' friendship, as it is just poor playing. And Luton Airport, I'll see you in an hour. I would get going if I was you.
Now, Twitch, don't ban us. They're joking.
This is friendly combat.
At least that's the story we're going with. So yes, you started telling everyone what you did last time.
We saved Sebastian.
We did.
Quickhoof joined us at the party with the... what are... I know
The
he's
sprites?
The sprites. Spider Bee invited us for dinner, promising not to put things in the food. We had a nice feast with the sprite. They gave us a scroll.
Fury and Sailors enjoyed their meaty, bloody raw meat.
Yes.
Quickhoof found the dubious joys of cooked meat.
And we went back to Daffodil, the mistress of the mansion up in the clouds, and reunited her with her beloved Sebastian.
He's a
And she
hugger,
has
it
suddenly
turns
turned
out.
bigger. And there were flowers everywhere, so poor Fenna couldn't be seen. We got some gifts. We got the flying broom for Fenna, a frog plushie that looked like Sebastian for frightened people, like Reliana.
Right, yes.
And we also, what more did we get?
We had
Gold.
Elvenkind boots.
Elvenkind boots, yeah.
Which we also gave to Reliana.
Yes. And so we asked Daffodil if she could be nice enough to tell us how to get back down without climbing, and she sent us through a portal. And we are now seeing many of ourselves in a mirror hall.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Did we gain anything else but Boots of Elvenkind, the mascot, and the Boom of Flying?
Money.
Money,
Yeah,
gold.
so I have written something down, something reads that flies on its own. That must have been the boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had it written down
Oh.
as its own thing, which is weird, but now I just have it properly.
As
In my
you also
notes.
have the drift globe,
Yes. Who has that thing in a sense, actually?
I do.
Okay.
The Sentient Drift Globe.
which was the other secret menu item that you got from this place.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got it from Ash.
Well,
Yep.
let's win some nice treasures at.
Oh. And Fenna found out that Quickhoof speaks Sylvan. Sylvan?
Yes, Sylvan.
Sylvan.
His native tongue.
And now Reliana has to teach her Sylvan, apparently.
She might have some ideas.
Well, if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's hop on in to this strange place filled with mirrors and miracles?
Dun, dun, dun.
Madness.
Madness. Looking around you, you find a myriad of yourselves staring back at you from glassy surfaces of all shapes, sizes, and curvatures. Last time Fenna found joy in watching herself shrink and grow in one of those wobbly looking mirrors. Outside the tent that you're in, you can hear all manner of happy people moving around, laughter, shrieks of joy, gleeful, not terror, but you know that sound you make when you're both frightened but you're happy about it?
You're frightened but having fun.
Yes, like in a House of Horrors or a roller coaster. You can hear the popping of balloons and the scent of popcorn, cotton candy, and all manner of spices float by. What would you like to do in this place?
It wasn't.
This is
Somebody
not
having some-
Candlekeep.
They're not having a party or something out there. They don't normally party like this at Candlekeep.
Give me a moment. I'll close the door.
I thought it was my music being weird.
That was a siren escape sound effect.
Yeah, it's like, that's
There's
new.
a car.
Listen, that's just a dragon. Ignore him.
Yes,
He's
yes,
harmless.
it's a mechanical dragon. My mistake. My mistake.
Yeah, sorry about the mechanical dragon in the background. Technical issues.
I mean,
Question to the DM though.
yes.
How does mirror work with Hat of Disguises?
That is a very good question.
Are you
Thank you.
disguising yourself?
No.
I do believe that they stand up to visual scrutiny.
Okay.
A mirror can only reflect what it's reflected in it. These are not magical mirrors.
Okay, so she will just like look around and be like, okay, it's fine, it's fine.
Are you alright, Juliana?
Oh, I was just a little bit scared of like suddenly we see each other and many of ourselves. I
Yes,
don't
it
remember.
is rather startling, yes.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that since we were supposed to be in Candlekeep.
Well, from what I remember Daffodil saying, we should be way just a bit out of Candlekeep, not in Candlekeep itself, but I have no idea where we actually landed up. This is a bit, and I start looking for an exit. This is a bit.
Obviously, this is a carnival of some sorts. Can't you hear the music? Can't you smell the amazing popcorn? The cotton candy?
I never been to a carnival.
Neither have I.
Me neither. I have been outside one though.
Come to Waterdeep at all?
No, actually, I am from. Yes, I am from Waterdeep.
So how old is Fenna?
Oh, didn't really ask Lady her age, but 150-ish, shall we say?
Also gnome.
You would probably have heard of the Witchlight Carnival before. Because they are a planes-hopping, dimension-traveling carnival. So they don't stay for more than a few days in each plane. But they tend to come back semi-regularly to each plane. If you want, you can give me a history check. From what you know, from what you have read about the carnival itself, I'm not sure if you would have visited if they were outside of Waterdeep. But from what you know of it, the legends and stories surrounding it, is that they tend to travel basically wherever the wind takes them. But for some reason that you don't really remember why, they avoid the Shadowfell.
No. You're kidding!
I know.
Why would they ever do that?
Dude, we're talking
Wait.
about a circus that goes to the plane of fire.
Yeah, so Plane of
But
Fire
they
is not bad.
avoid the Shadowfell.
That's
They go to
logical.
Pandemonium.
Okay, now we're getting a bit in the weird section.
They
Isn't the only thing they avoid is the Shadowfell?
yes.
They must have pissed off the Raven Queen something fierce.
She lost in all the games.
So they travel through all the planes, but they avoid the Shadowfell.
Hell,
So,
aren't the only people living in Pandemonium the Gitserai?
No, there are some other chaos beings in Pandemonium, but they are
What?
not
No,
the
never mind. Sui is looking for an exit.
Yep.
And Fenna will be saying to the others, if it is the carnival, is it the only one I know of is the Witchlight one. Comes and goes all over the plains. never been there myself, but I've heard it's very good fun, very exciting. And the students used to go occasionally. I think it's if you could get out of this mirror place, then it'd be quite exciting to see what's outside.
Did you say Witchlight?
Yes, like they're travel different planes.
Yeah, I remember reading something about the Witchlight at the Heart
The hearth.
Heart, yes.
Yes.
I remember, I can't find the note. Oh, there it is. I remember reading something about it. Someone wanted to know something of the Witchlight Carnival. It was on this
Oh, it was on the
notice
board?
board. Yes. I don't remember the details, however. Or do I?
Or do we?
Give me a history check. And while you're at it, you can roll intelligence to try and get out. Find the
Guidance.
Oh, joy.
Hey, if you got it, flaunt it. Hey!
Oh, you're not kidding. So that is a 14 on history. And a 6. This is a Sui curse when it comes to guidance because I abused it so much the last time I was at the carnival. So I only roll once on guidance now. But yeah, 6 to escape.
Oh, it was intelligence to get out?
Yeah, to find the quickest way out is an
Check,
intelligence.
not save.
Yeah, check.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
yeah. Oh, Reliana could just lead you out.
She will basically just look, like turn, see an exit sign and be like, I think it's that way.
Also for the where is it? History checks. You do remember that there was a note on the notice board over at the hearth, not signed by anyone, but someone at Candlekeep wants hearty adventurers or investigative types to find out more information about the owners of the Witchlight Carnival.
Did they specify what you want to know, or just, hey, these are the owners?
There is not much. So the owners are called Mr. Light and Mr. Witch. That's all that is known about them.
Okay. Not
Was
what
it
they
Mr.
are,
Light?
why they do this and stuff like that.
They look like elves. And they are pretty old because they've been traveling with this carnival for centuries. But who they are, where they're from, why they do what they do, no one knows.
Was it Mr. Light and Mrs. Witch?
Mr. Light and Mr. Witch.
Okay.
Good to find information about Mr. Witch and Miss Light?
Mr. Light. They're both male.
Really?
Yes.
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Yes.
Witch Light.
Yep.
Okay. Just right, from what I'm seeing, this general information. Hey, they're elves. What kind of elves? Why do they do this? How old are they?
Where do they come from?
Yeah, it's like they want information. Okay, what kind of information? Just information. Well, here you have some general stuff. Now pay me.
Yeah.
This makes it very hard to actually figure out what the hell we're supposed to ask them if we even meet them.
Indeed.
So, Fenna, you said they travel across the plains?
They do.
Do you know if they ever go to the Astral Sea?
Does she? I mean, if they go to every plane, does she know that includes the astral sea?
Well, rumors say that they would travel to every plane.
I actually believe that the only plane they don't go to is the Shadowfell. Oh. Rock would never have experienced the carnival. How sad. But yes, so I presume so.
That is interesting. This might be a way for me to find my crew again. Don't worry, I won't go on that kind of journey right now, but this is good to know for the future. This is exactly what I've been looking for. Now I just need to find my mom.
Well, if there's a task here as well, then who knows what you might find. Networking. It's very good to do, Savers.
What is networking?
Fishermen do it, I believe. Working nets.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
Yes.
I'm good at networking. I'm pretty good at using a net.
Oh, I'm
It
sure
works
you are.
really well getting fish. Although there's not a lot of fish in the Astral Sea, I guess.
Maybe not. I've never actually been to the Astral Sea. It sounds very exciting as well. But also, it's about meeting people, mingling, making friends, connections.
How is that networking? Wouldn't that be friends? So friend gathering, friend collecting.
Yes, it's something I've never been very good at. Some of the academics were much better than I was. Being in the know, I suppose. Making useful friends.
Does that mean I have to catch those friends in a net?
And you can see when he's talking about the net, just she steps a little bit away.
Reliana, could you please give me a perception check?
Perception?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so good at that. I am very good at that for today.
Yep. As you step closer to the exit of this tent and further away from Silas, you hear a soft sound that is very similar to that of a water kettle announcing that it's done. Not as high like volume, but it's the same pitch. And turning, you see a rather small individual with a large black beak, large beady eyes, and a robe. And from this individual's beak, you hear this whistling sound. And turns his head, looks at you, and do you have a ticket?
I don't think so. We just ended up here out of nowhere.
You can't be in the carnival without a ticket. That's not allowed.
Where can we buy a ticket then?
You can buy a ticket at the ticket booth.
And where is the ticket booth?
It's just across from here. You want me to take you?
That would be very nice.
How many people are we talking about?
We are 4.
Well, all 4 of you will have to come with me to the ticket booth.
So we are spending some time at the carnival then?
You can't be in the carnival without a ticket.
Well, it depends. Do we want to do the job?
I mean, I'm totally out for going to the carnival. I have never been on one. I just watch it from outside.
Well, we are already here, so we might as well, I
Yes.
suppose.
Cool.
Finna will ask the small thing. How far are we from the Candlekeep?
The carnival is supposed to be at Baldur's Gate.
Oh, we haven't reached Baldur's Gate yet. We are just a few days out.
Really? I thought it was said the carnival was nearby Baldur's Gate.
Oh, we are heading for Baldur's Gate.
Did you travel to the past?
What day is
What day is it?
what year is it?
Just normal Faerun dates, please.
Yes, let me just check what year we are in.
Like-
She got scared now, like
No,
Oh, no.
Because we haven't actually done time tracking yet, but hold on.
Who needs
3,000
time?
years later.
So let me see, what year is it? I
I get
had
out and find the beanstalk has become a forest over millennia now.
where are we? The Avowed. There it is. That's where the date is. Oh, the year is 1492 Dale Reckoning, which is the same year.
And what
what
about the
time of
day?
month?
We didn't set a month, or a year, and I don't know but she gives you a date which is 2 days before you left.
Yep, thought so.
Does that mean the beanstalk doesn't exist?
No, I think it's been up for a few days before we guys met, actually.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
This is just normal. Fair.
Wasn't it like a week?
Feywild shenanigan.
I think, if I remember right, we said it'd been like
Three or 4 days.
yeah, 3 or 4 days before you met up that the beanstalk had been up.
Yeah, okay.
So how close are we to Candlekeep?
Right now, it will only take you, well, and the being, if you want, you can roll to see if you know what this creature is.
Let's go.
Give me a nature or survival.
I'm good at survival with guidance.
I have no idea.
Oh no, it was almost good.
Once again,
I
I won.
can
no.
use my inspiration.
23.
You recognize Reliana and Suri. Both of you recognize this being as a Kenku.
Oh!
But this Kenku is speaking normally.
Oh! Whose voice did he steal? I don't say it out loud.
And the Kenku looks at all of you from Silas to Fenna. It will take you about 4 hours to walk.
That's
Excuse me,
not
but
too long at all.
what exactly are you?
I am Kettlesteam.
Silas, this is a Kenku.
What is a Genku?
They're kind of like bird folk. They're usually
Hey.
very nice.
We're practically family then. I'm a were-raven. Wait, I shouldn't have said that.
There, Raven.
He says in Silas's voice.
They have a tendency to repeat what they heard.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not good.
normally Kenkus do not have voices. They talk by way of mimicry. So they say the words that others have said before.
That was me before.
Like that.
Yes.
Like that.
So, the ticket booth. You said it was just across the way?
Yes.
How much does a ticket cost?
Well, that depends on how old you are.
How old you are?
Do not make fun of it. please?
Can we
I'm
just
not.
be
I'm,
polite?
I'm trying to learn the mimicry thing. Sounds cool.
Let's just go and get the tickets. Please lead the way. What might we
Kettlestein.
call you?
Kettlestein.
Candlestein.
No, Kettlestein.
Apologies.
Steam. It's a lovely
Kettlestein.
name.
Thank you.
Very descriptive.
Might you
Oh,
tell us a bit more about the Witchlight Carnival whilst we take our short trip towards the ticket booth?
Oh, absolutely. If you will please follow me.
Yes. Perhaps you could tell us more about, like, what's the origin of the Witchlight? I'm actually very curious about that.
Oh, I don't know where this place came from originally, but I have been here for. I don't really know how long.
well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Kettlestein.
Thank you. Small one?
She's not small, but okay.
No. But Kettlestein doesn't know that.
Thank you. I haven't been called small in ages.
Oh, you are not a child?
I mean, my mom still thinks so.
Ah, mothers are like that.
Yes.
I have been with the carnival for half my life, which is, I think, 10 years.
Ah.
We have been to the Astral Sea, so I don't know.
Have you been to Astral Sea?
I have, yes.
Where? How? What? Do you get there often?
It is hard to tell. We travel a lot.
Oh. But have you been there more than once?
And you see Kettlestein start counting out. I have been to the Astral Sea 4 times.
When's the next time?
That is up to Mr. Light and Mr. Witch to decide.
Oh,
And
okay. Cool.
Who are they, if I might ask?
They own this place.
So
They,
the owners.
yes, they own this carnival.
Oh. Well, is there anything you could tell us about them?
Mr. This is me when I actually double check so I don't say anything dumb. Okay. Mr. Witch is a large personality with bright clothing. Mr. Witch is a tall person in harlequin clothing.
Could you repeat that? That was too quick for me.
Mr. Witch is a large personality.
It's
Bright clothing.
white clothing.
And Mr. Light is a tall person in harlequin clothing.
Stupid keyboard. Tall person. Harlequin. Okay, is there anything else you can tell me about them?
They look strange when they smile. It's like they are not used to it, even after all this time.
Well, when you own a carnival, you should smile.
Mr. Light tries a lot, but it can sometimes be scary. Oh, over here is the Pixie Kingdom. If you like small cuddly things, you should absolutely check out the Pixie Kingdom. And the Kenku indicates to the center of the carnival grounds, where you do indeed see a area of rather small-ish carts and a Ferris wheel and a enormous teapot.
Oh, that looks nice.
Oh, the teapot, the bubble pop teapot. That is very hard to say.
Indeed.
It is one of our most favorite attractions. You can float around in bubbles.
Well, it would be nice for, and she looks at Suri, for someone who can't fly.
Excuse me?
I didn't mean it
I-
rudely.
No. All of you know that flight is most definitely a possibility in limited matters for me.
Well,
As
I
my
didn't
elders
know.
have shown me how to do so, I just do not have the blessing to do such yet. I just need to prove myself a bit more devout, a bit more strong, get 2 more levels.
I mean, I can always carry you. Or try.
Before I am capable of some limited amounts of flight. I will never be able to rival you or Silas without a magical item like Fenna has.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I mean, if you wish for it really a lot and are devoted to actually be able to fly, then maybe one day you will be.
As I said, there is definitely the possibility for me to learn how to fly. As my elders have shown me before that is possible.
I
But
could bite
that's
you if you want.
a matter of the future. Not for now.
Where are these elders that can teach to fly?
Oh, they are at the House of the Moon, back in Waterdeep.
Oh,
Oh, can't you fly?
no.
Yes, Kenkus are
We lost a
the
flight.
only one. Yes, the only ones among the avian people that cannot fly. Abercoquas and Owlin and the likes both can, but Kenku have, just like with their voice, lost their ability to do so.
I just gained the ability to fly.
Yes, but you are a special case, considering you are technically speaking cursed. Or diseased.
I guess
Disease.
that's.
You have to be very careful with disease, because I'm not accidentally cured.
I mean,
There are spells that do that in combination with other things, like resurrections and stuff like that, so
Yeah, no,
be careful about that.
it's
curse,
it's
let's
a
say.
curse. It's lycanthropy, so it is a curse.
What was the disease?
No, being a were-raven is a curse of lycanthropy.
I thought later I thought lycanthropy
But
was
if you
disease.
get cursed and someone powerful cleric casts remove curse on you, you might lose all your curses.
Remove curse is like one level away.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that
It's a
case,
wizard-
like we
it's a
did
wizard
with
spell as well-
Space
as well,
Pirates,
isn't it?
you want Great Restoration, because that removes a singular curse,
Yeah.
or just... I once had a character on the Westmarch server, they fucked around with things, got like 5 levels of exhaustion, and then decided to say, you know what, fuck it. let me just... And then get resurrected to get rid of all the exhaustion. Because that was quicker and cheaper.
Than just going to bed for 5 days.
Yes. Because then I had to wait 5 days. Now they could do it in like literally an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
that whoever ran the fugue plane there really appreciated that one.
Yeah, man, that is just a minor influence on that server.
Yeah. Well, if you are interested in the Bubble Pop Teapot, it will cost you 1 clip of your tickets after you have purchased them. And straight ahead, we have the ticket booth.
How many tickets can you buy?
You need 1 ticket, but you can buy as many stamp things as you want.
Do we have to buy all the stamp things at the same time, or can we purchase them as we go around the carnival?
You can buy the things, the stamp things, by the attractions, I believe is the word I'm looking for, as you want.
It's quite exciting. And just to say, Skirigard, I believe that the bubble pot sounds very exciting. Without the ability to, even if you have the ability to fly. And she sort of like looked. She was like looking longingly at it as they walked past.
It's just about everyone flying suddenly. It's when are we quiet to fly?
I mean, I could bite you if you want.
While lycanthropy are favored by my lady, I prefer not to be cursed. As that might...
Cursed, blessed. It's all in the eye of the beholder. It's fine.
True, but it might make it hard for me to enter certain areas that I would regularly need to enter.
Why? You just enter.
It's not that simple.
It's very simple. Open the door and walk in.
Well, if it was that simple that everyone could just walk in.
Can't they?
Of course they can't.
Where are we exactly talking about?
Oh, just some places around. Nothing of importance, I assure you.
I mean, if you can't open the door, you break through the door. If you can't break through the door, you
Go beanstalk and destroy everything around it.
relocate the door.
It doesn't work like that, but let's go and get the tickets.
Alright. But if you ever need help getting in somewhere, just know that I offering my services.
If I want to get into somewhere and I can't get in, that is most likely because I do not belong. I have the right to enter. As such, I see no
Who has a
reason.
right to decide what right you have?
Quite a few people actually. Those that I respect. Mostly.
I mean, shouldn't they respect you as well?
They do.
Feel like it's very boring that they are not letting you go where you want. You should be free to wander and go where you want.
In an ideal world where everyone does the right thing, yes, I agree. Unfortunately, since Shaw had her hand in making the world, things are not ideal. We just have to accept that.
Ideals. You don't need them. You make your world however you want to be.
I would very much love to do so. But
Oh,
it
I
is
can show you the way. You
That's-
see, when you are a pirate, like I was, then you are free. You go where you want. You go where you wish. You do what you want. You do what you wish. You eat what you want. You eat what you wish. And you get in through doors that others don't want you to get in because you're a free person. You should try it out sometime. Live a little.
I live my life perfectly fine as it is.
Did you though?
Yes,
So
I
you
am
can't
quite
walk in
content.
through doors?
I cannot walk into certain places, just like you cannot walk into certain places.
Oh, I can.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you absolutely sure?
I'm fairly sure.
Okay. Then shall we go to Baldur's Gate after this, and you can walk into the bedroom of the Archduke or any Duke? Go right ahead. Let's see it.
Why would I want to go into the bathroom some
Bad
archduke
bedroom,
where he's
not
sitting
bad.
with on his fancy ass?
Didn't you say you could get in everywhere?
I could. I could just
Yeah.
walk in and do that. But I don't want to.
That,
That's the thing. If you want to get there, you
my
find a
apologies,
way to
Lilith,
get there.
but that really sounds like an omission of I really cannot get into that, but I don't want to admit to it, so I'm just saying I don't want to.
Are you trying to make me prove it? Is this a bet?
You are the one who said you can get into anywhere. I just gave you can go to the nearest bank, just walk straight into the vault. Isn't that what you pirates do?
I guess.
You can't be in the carnival without a ticket.
Yes, we should get tickets.
Yeah, I'm hitting
Technically,
so
we're
many
already in
walls.
the carnival. Just saying. Another proof. Although it wasn't planned, but we're here even though we're not supposed to be. But now we're getting a ticket so we can be here without issues. I never said things would be easy. I'm just saying you're always free to do what you can and want.
You're free to do so, but the main thing is like if I truly want to, I could enter certain restricted areas.
Mhm.
But should I?
If you want to.
But should I?
If you want to.
But should I?
If you really want to go somewhere, you should always follow your dreams.
Well,
Just-
this conversation is going nowhere. Let's go and get some tickets.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
That is completely correct, Mr. Kettlestein.
Well, talk to Nicholas for your ticket.
Yes. And Sui just out to the ticket booth, walking up to at least as long as there's no row or anything.
The
Walking
line,
straight up to
there's not really a line, it's more like a crowd in front of the ticket booth. And
Yeah.
tickets are being handed out at random for people paying.
Okay. So join the crowd.
Yep.
Hello there. I've heard you might buy tickets here.
What?
I need. Yes, tickets. 3 of them, please.
From behind the counter, you see a very long, crooked nose poke out, followed by very long, crooked ears, on top of a balding, green tinted head. As a goblin with enormous glasses, a huge nose, and a listening horn pokes his head up and goes, "What?
This makes me think of the awesome mayor. Tickets, please.
Ah, 8 silver pieces for a gentleman such as you."
8 silver?
Yes.
I have to say that is quite a bit. for a carnival.
It includes food and 8 rides.
And what?
8 rides.
Ah, very well then. What for my companions? Pointing at Fenna, who is standing
You-
somewhere down below.
You'll see Fenna would have like just with the crowd try to get on the broom, but she's not very experienced of it. So she's like quick hoof, but she's like, yeah, it's too tight really. So she's probably resorted to like create a mage hand, and it's just like poking up above the crowd, going, "Excuse me,
Um,
can I have a ticket,
I-
please?"
I hand him a gold coin because I don't have silver on me currently. Being the witch avenged what I am. Carrying my life's fortune with me.
He hands you 2 silver pieces back.
Yes. My companion over there also needs a ticket. How much would it be?
Oh, for the gnome, 8 silver pieces.
I
She
hand over
rummages in.
another gold coin.
Oh, there's no need to. There's no need to. I have money. Here you go. And the mage hand comes down, takes the 8 silver, and she gives it to or takes the gold and she gives it to Suri. It gives it to Suri.
I hand over the gold.
Oh,
Do
let's...
you have a lifetime ticket?
No. Why would you want to be a lifetime in here?
No, I don't want to be here for a lifetime. I want to be able to get in here for the rest of my life.
That is a lot of money, so no.
How about a year ticket? Wait, actually, you might just vanish and disappear and never come back for another decade or 2, maybe.
1 ticket is for 1 night, 8 rides. Or we
I
can...
want to go more than 8 rides.
Then you buy another ticket.
I'll buy 1 ticket and I hand over a gold piece.
Thank you. And the whole
You
time
can,
he's just...
You can keep the change.
No. You need to get change back.
You can keep it.
Okay. I should not argue with visitors. Guests. The owners don't like me arguing with guests. Even though they're wrong. And? Where did Lillith go?
Wait.
I'm not sure.
Reliana, are you buying a ticket?
Yes. Yes, I'm by the ticket booth.
We haven't been hearing you.
Well, I haven't done. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was muted.
No.
Sorry. 1 ticket, please.
Oh! Yes. 8 silver pieces, please.
And she hands him a gold coin because she doesn't have silver.
Oh! Here you go. And he hands you back 2 silver pieces.
Thank you.
Now, have a great day. Evening. What time is it? I don't know. Have a great time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fenna can absolutely pick up pebbles on the ground. The carnival is set up on a huge field. You do see some odd tracks in the grass and some strangely shaped, almost like dimples in the ground, as if something big was there but isn't there anymore.
Well, that's just how things are, I suppose.
I mean, I know that we should be getting back to Candlekeep and reporting about the beanstalk, but I feel that as although
Well, we are 2 days
officially
in.
we haven't left yet,
Yes.
and 4 hours isn't that long, so maybe a little time to relax would be quite beneficial for us all,
As I
don't you think?
As you said, the tickets only. The ticket is only for a single night. Lasts only a single night. So we now have a night to get some information about the owners. You don't have to antagonize them or go in depth. General things should be good enough, considering he did not. Whoever posted it did not specify in any way.
I'm sorry. We're asking about the owners. She looks longingly back at the bubble pot. I thought we were having a little bit of relaxation.
We can do both.
I mean, some of us can look around while some having fun and change.
No, we are all having fun while doing what we should. Yes.
It's a very interesting concept, isn't it? Mixing business and pleasure. Yes. So we're finding out about the owners, and whilst we're having some fun. Excellent. That sounds like a very good idea to me.
Shall we
Yes.
go to the bubble pot first, Fenna? I
You
can
thought
tell
we'd never-
you really want to.
I thought you'd never ask, dear. Can we go to the bubble pot, please?
Yes, of course.
Cool.
Shall we? Are you coming, steer it out and sail us? Might do you good, or shall we meet you elsewhere?
I'm definitely coming along, but I really hope they have one of those. You know, have you seen those things where they have a hammer, like a really big hammer, and they hammer it, and a thing flies up and it rings a bell? I really want to find one of those at some point.
Have you no idea what you're talking about, but absolutely, I will keep my eyes open for hammers and bells and owners. And she looks up. She looks up at Rihanna, and she goes to take her hand, and shall we go then to the bubble pot?
Yes, of course. And she walks with Fenna in hand.
And Silas behind.
Well then.
Wandering around the large tents, heading towards the bubble pop tea. That is so difficult to say. I don't know why.
The bubble pop teapot.
Yes, you do see that there seems to be like one section that is closed off, as if that's where people live, and then one section is the entrance to both the bubble pop teapot and the pixie kingdom.
So basically, here.
Yeah, so down here is the entrance to the teapot,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the pixie kingdom over here, and in between you have two carnival games.
Ooh.
All around you, you see kids running around with like balloons and ice creams and all manner of treats and sweets and food. Yep.
Fenna goes to the entrance for the bubble pop teapot.
Yeah, it's really difficult to say. Yeah.
Bubble pop teapot.
By the entrance, you see a large table set up, and you see a number of happy and jovial-looking goblins talking to each other in like almost like a rhyming type of banter. That's the word I'm looking for. To the side, you see one that looks a little bit smaller than the rest. He's dressed in bright yellow butterfly wings and has a like a belt with teaspoons hanging from it. And as soon as you come close, he pops up to his feet, like stretches up a bit, and just waddles over and hello.
Hello. Are you in charge of the bubble pop teapot by any chance?
By chance I am, and by chance I can be.
Oh, you could be. But are you? Are you the person that can allow us on? What? What's it that says this? This is the table. Where's the pot? What does it look like? Is there some sort of like thing that we...
Past the table. Let's see. Yes. So the description of it is that as you walk past this table with the goblins, you come to a 20-foot tall teapot resting on a wooden platform. Its painted surface has like moving dragons across it, chasing bubbles. And at the base of the teapot is a door that leads inside. Inside you can see like bubbles coming up from the base of the teapot and just floating around inside. But you have to cross like the grassy area in front of it to get inside the teapot. This friendly-looking goblin in front of you is basically blocking your passage at this point. And looking around, you can see that most of the people working at this carnival has some form of butterfly wings on their back, so you could assume just from looking at this goblin that he works there.
Is there anybody? Does she see any other folk between him and the teapot with the butterfly wings? Does it look like there's anyone else that could be like taking money or clipping the tickets?
No. It seems like the goblins sitting around the table seems to be like just sitting there having fun. But they are looking closer. You can see that they are sipping something warm from teacups. So it would, you could probably, from what you can see, you can assume that this could also be a cafe of some sort. Or they are just having tea because they can.
Well, we're really we're keen to experience the teapot. She holds out the ticket. Is it something that you need to clip? And we can enter.
To clip the tip, to pop the pop. Yes. I clip.
She gives it to him.
And he takes it, and like one of those clip things that old-time train conductors had. It clips once. One clip for one trip.
Oh, thank you very much. And
Inside,
are they kind of like the same sort of height? He's a goblin, she's a gnome.
with his, they are roughly the same size. His ears are makes him a little bit taller than Fenna, but not a whole lot.
So pleasant to not have to reach up all the time. I do appreciate it. Mariana, or would you like to click for the tip?
Well, I already have the experience of flight. I was thinking more that I can make sure you're safe and maybe have a cup of tea if that's allowed.
Ah,
But Silas is joining you.
Yes. Fenna just has an image of back in Waterdeep where like the parents are sitting watching the children play on the swings somehow, and she's not quite sure how she feels about that. But of course, I mean, please do what do. Yes, have a nice cup of tea. But it's need to watch. I think I'll be all right, dear. Pat her gently.
It's not that I think you won't be okay.
No,
But again, I don't think it's a good idea to split up.
I mean, it could be fun to experience flying in a different way.
Well, the two of you go and fly in your bubbles. I shall stay with Radiana.
We can have a look out for the
Bonus.
other attractions.
Yes.
well, up you pop in the knot.
We won't be long. Come along then. Say this if you clipped your card.
Clip for trip.
Sure, I guess. And I give the clip thing.
Yep. He takes your ticket, clips it, and gives it back. Clips for trip. Now skip for trip.
Fenna's gone. She's on her way. So as soon as he got it back and they've paid, she's now sort of like walking off towards the to the pot. Say let's have some bubbles.
Coming.
Fenna, as soon as you step inside the teapot, you feel this very almost tingly kind of magic sensation wrap around you. And it's pleasant, but it's a bit strange. It's warm and it's comfortable, and suddenly you are levitating inside this iridescent bubble.
Is there are there other like beings in here as well, or is
Yes.
this just me and Silas in here?
There are several others, and you can bump into other people's bubbles, and you get shuffled, like, not hard at all. It's more like a soft touch, and then you move around.
Fenna starts exploring, a bit like the hamsters in the ball, as they
Yep.
sort of like roll around, and she starts to push it around in different areas, and she's like bumping gently into other bubbles.
Please give me an acrobatics check. Silas, what are you doing? Your bubble is obviously a lot bigger than Fenna's, but you get that same kind of warm, comfortable, tingling feeling as you're enveloped in this magical bubble.
I'm probably trying to blow myself forward. I'm blowing at the bubble from the inside in the direction, and like trying to get that direction.
Fenna, it is a bit difficult, but you just about managed to take control over the bubble. You needed a 10 to take control of it. So you manage to steer it along, even though it is a bit difficult, and you can move it any way you want to. Silas, you are getting shoved along whichever way the bubble wants to go.
Okay, so blowing is not working,
No.
in other words.
No. You can see
that
other
is,
people like moving around like they're in a hamster ball and can steer it. Like as they are bobbing along around you.
In that case, if I see kind of how it works,
Yep.
I will start to try and crash into anyone I can.
Please give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. No.
Unfortunately not. You think that maybe you could gain control of it, but it's not. It doesn't want to. And you are just shuffled along, bouncing whichever way the bubble wants to go.
I just sit down. Howdy.
Fenna, you see Silas just floating by, head down, just.
Can we hear what's going on around the bubbles, or are they like soundproofed?
They're not soundproof, no. You hear laughter and squeals of happiness from time to time. And then you see Silas just floating by.
She'll go up and she'll give him like a little high five as he like bumps into his bubble and go, "On, Sailors, it's fun." And she sort of like keeps on giving her a little nudge. She never thought in her entire life that she would be able to bump sailors and make him move. You're like, this is just like perfect.
He's just spinning around.
It's like it is an odd sensation because you're not getting dizzy or like motion sick or anything. You're just stuck in this bubble. And it's just bouncing along.
Well, it is pretty fun, but I can't, for the hell of me, figure out how to work this thing.
Just use your hands, sailors. Just use your hands. You can see her really sort of like trying to exaggerately try to teach him. Come on.
Did not work. Look, I'll try again.
Sure, give me an acrobatics check. Meanwhile, outside, the 7 goblins sitting around the table are looking at Suri and Reliana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mentioned tea. Did you want some?
Yes, please. If I may.
Oh, absolutely. Well, if you're just waiting, you can just sit down with us. We have some really nice tea.
She will just sit down with them and drink her tea.
It's been a while since we saw adult tieflings here.
Oh, is it?
Oh, with all the nastiness happening over in Elturel, tieflings have been scared. We don't want to judge with goblins. You get it.
I kind of understand. But you seem like really nice people.
Oh, thank you. Oh, not a lot of people. Oh, we got lucky.
Oh?
Well, we were found by the carnival instead of one of them hobgoblin types.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, we don't really work here. Well, sort of.
Oh? You don't work here?
In a way we do, and in a way we don't.
You might need to elaborate on that.
Well, what my friend here is trying to say is that we help out when they're in this part of what's the planet we're on again? Toril. Yeah, Toril. When they're on here on the Sword Coast, that's where we are. I never really knew my geography stuff. I think it's called geography, right?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So whenever we're around it, when they come around these parts, we help out. So we are working, but we're not working. We just when they're here.
It's honest work.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot less dangerous than trying to rob nice people on the roads.
That is very true. I mean, robbing is really nice.
It's not very nice, no. It was fun sometimes. But then you got hit over the head for some stupid stuff. And, yeah, kinda ran away. No point in being around them, that bad people. This is more fun.
Right, Siri?
Sirius like, where the hell have I landed?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely correct. Say, you find Goblin Folk would not happen to know anything about the owners of this carnival?
Oh, Mr. Light and Mr. Witch?
Yes.
Fine people they are. They are fine people.
Well, I've heard so much yet so little about them, so I've gotten quite curious. You know, as tieflings.
I don't
Always
really
want-
know that many tieflings, but you know, I have an idea for you, Mr. Tiefling, sir.
Oh? And what might that be then?
Well, I would very much like a piece of something sweet with my tea here. If you have something sweet, I can give you something that I learned the other day that I'm not supposed to know.
Something sweet. Well, let's see what I can do.
I
Don't
might
think I
have
have anything
something.
sweet.
It's not that big, but it's kind of like her ration. She has a cupcake. It's not much, but
Didn't we get good berries? All this with Fenna?
all of it is with Fenna. So, but she has a cupcake.
Ah, the bag of holdings. Here's the bag. Right. That's the one thing I don't like about one central person having every little thing. When you need it, they're not there.
But they're
Right.
safe.
Oh yeah, cupcake.
They're floating in a bubble at the moment.
So
Oh.
she will give the goblin the cupcake.
Oh, this is very nice. So, you didn't hear this from me, right?
Of course not.
But I heard him talking the other day, and Mr. Witch said something about someone looking for them.
Look for them.
Yeah, like they on the run or something. And then Mr. Light said that no, she's not looking anymore. She's been taken. Like there was something about oh what's her name? Like from where they're from.
Where
Where
they're
they're
from.
from?
Yeah, it's oh, what was that place again? What was that? It's like the princess or something ruling the country they're from. They're on the run from her.
The princess ruling the country they're from.
Yeah, like they're trying to escape her or something. But now she's been kidnapped. And so they are not running anymore.
Oh, that sounds horrible that someone was kidnapped.
Yeah, but they sounded like both worried and happy at the same time.
Oh, I do not know where they're from, though.
Oh, somewhere dark and gloomy and terrible, I think. Because they never smile if they don't have to.
And Reliana will look at Suri and speak in Infernal and be like, didn't Fenna say that they never went to the... Oh, you know,
Shadowfell.
yes,
They
what?
they were elves, weren't they?
I think they
Shadowfell
said
elves.
so.
How well known are Shadakai actually in the wider world? They don't appear often because they mostly stay in the Shadowfell.
Yes.
Compared with Dwa are more known.
Yeah, Drow are more known and feared. Suri being a cleric of Selûne
Yeah.
can, if you want, make a religion check with advantage. Because the Shadowfell is ruled by Shar. Shar
Yes.
created the Shadowfell.
Yes, but I am a Shadakai lover.
Yes,
And
but
in my opinion, the Shadowfell is ruled by the Raven Queen.
okay, well, Shar created the Shadowfell. The Raven Queen
That's
rules it.
guidance, yes. Hey, there's a 4. This important matters. Selûne helps me now. 16.
You, with a 16, you remember teachings about Shar's realm of the Shadowfell. And the elf lore of the Shadakai. No one knows who the Raven Queen is, really, or where she come from. There is a rumor that she was an elven queen trying to become a god to stop the war between Lolth and Corellon.
Oh, fuck Lord.
But no one really knows what happened to the Raven Queen, who she really was. But you, with the 16, you would know that her followers were called Shadakai. They are elves, and they are basically stripped of any strong emotion. They cannot. You do know that there are more that you've read, but you can't really recall it. But you do know that if Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are Shadakai, and they are running from the Raven Queen, something bad must have happened for them to try to escape the Shadowfell.
Yeah, but hearing the Raven Queen having been kidnapped is far more worrying.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure, Suri, but this doesn't sound good.
Well,
And your face looks very worried as well, so...
if they are Shadakai from the Shadowfell, and like in general, it's the Raven Queen that rules it, though the lands have been created by Shar. There are. It's like the opposite of the Feywild from which Devendale lives in. Devendale has
Oh.
her domain, and but it is the Fey Queen. I'm not fully sure who rules Feywilds in general. So we have the Raven Queen who rules the Shadowfell, but there are also domains in there. And if they are from the Shadowfell proper, and the one that they're running from is the Raven Queen, and the Raven Queen has been kidnapped, then Shah might be trying to get back her old home, which is a very worrying notice for me. If, however, they are from one of the domains, of which there are many, then I have no idea what they might be running from. Either way, for a ruler of the Shadowfell or the domain to be kidnapped means they are running from something very strong and powerful.
Well, the Raven Queen is a queen. They said a princess. It could be someone else.
I am not that familiar with the Raven Queen. I don't know if she has any heirs or something like that. As I said, it might just be the princess, a title of someone, or from one of the many domains that exist, as they do in the Feywild. It could be someone of Devondale status that is their princess. Only Shadowfell.
Well, I guess we can tell the others when they come out.
Yes, but this is knowledge, at the very least. How are the goblins looking now if you suddenly decide to ignore them and speak a lengthy conversation in Infernal?
The one you were primarily talking to, you see one of his ears twitching a little bit, but he's pretty quickly absorbed in the conversation going on around you, and seems to just like, oh, well, whatever.
I can't understand. It's fine.
Yes.
Well, it is delicious tea.
Oh, you say that in common or in?
Yeah, she says that in common.
Oh, it really is.
And I'm sorry, I have a tendency to talk to my partner without even thinking in my own language.
Oh, don't worry about it. We tend to switch back and forth as well.
Yeah, it just comes. You don't get when you actually do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry about it. Also, Trecklewise, he does amazing tea. Oh, your friends should be coming out soon as well.
Oh, that's lovely.
Meanwhile, inside the teapot, Fenna, you experience this just before Silas does. That your bubble pops in like a shower of soft crystals, and you slowly float down to the ground. Just all of these glittery sparkles floating around down with you. Silas, you get the same sensation, and you've seen this happening all around you as the ride ends for various people. It's never like just dropped you down; like you're just floating softly down as if you're almost levitating.
I'm just trying to readjust so I don't land on my head or anything. Just trying to get on my feet.
Ben is trying to grab some of the shards. Are they actually physical shards, or are they just bubbles that dissolve? If she can, she'll keep some.
It's like almost like a stringy substance. You can touch it, and you can feel that it's physical, but you can also tell it is very, very brittle. It's not hard, but if you like, you can hold it. It's almost like butterfly wing. Like if you hold a butterfly, you can hold it, but if you hold it too hard, it's going to, die. But you can hold it in your hand. And if you're careful, you can take it with you, but you have to be very, very, very careful. You could put it in a bottle or something, and preserve it if you want.
Yeah. Oh, this is the first ride. There's probably plenty of time. There's not an opportunity to get souvenirs. So. But she'll be just caping them in. But as soon as she catches them and she realizes how fragile they are.
Yeah. You do see that your hands, where you have touched it, are sparkling slightly, like you've been almost like you've used a lotion that gives you that iridescent,
Glitter effect.
yeah, glitter effect.
Yes.
Well, that was pretty fun.
Are you sure, Sadus? You didn't seem to be enjoying it so much.
I mean, after I got the hang of it and knocking down like 5 people, I thought it was pretty fun.
It was so much fun. I really did enjoy. I really did enjoy that.
Did you see that goblin that just flew to the other side? It was pretty hilarious.
Was that you? Did you do that?
I thought you were looking. I was trying to show off
Stainless.
a bit.
Oh yes. It's quite crowded. It was quite crowded. It was all these people having fun. And she just pauses for a moment and just seems a little bit sad for a second, and then, well, it's so nice to see people having so much fun. Should we go back? I fear the others may be missing us, and well, particularly Liana. I feel that I should be looking after her. Come.
Yeah, sure. By the way, before we go there, what do you think of our new companions?
Well, she looked around the teapot, thinking, "Is this the time?" Well, okay, just very briefly. I do believe. I think they're very brave, going up that beanstalk, and Viskugga, amazing, so healing, so thoughtful. I think we've got some very helpful companions here, but I have noticed maybe you've gotten slightly wrong foot. With almost the very first sentence you said was a threat to Liliana's life, and I know you've tried to put it right, but I feel that may have scared her a little, put her off a little, made her not feel safe in our new adventuring group. It's
I don't remember threatening someone.
See, that's the thing. I did try to explain to her. It's just your speech, but it does. She sort of reaches up if she can, and she'll take his hand and she'll just say, "Do you think? Well, your words may have an impact on others, particularly our new companions, and try not to be so threatening of saying you might have to kill them. I know it was just probably water under the bridge to you, but things like that as a first impact can really stick with people, and I fear it may have made her a little bit nervous. Perhaps be extra nice to her. Perhaps.
I felt like I kind of had to, because this thing, me,
Yes.
it is kind of, well, I don't mind being what I am, but I know that a lot of people do mind me being what I am, even more so now when I have fully embraced this monster image that people have given to me my entire life. But I just felt like it was best to start like that, to make sure they did not just tell everyone around the Candlekeep that I maybe aren't completely uncursed.
Yes, it's a little bit unfortunate that you happened to mention it to the Kenku mimicry being, really, isn't it? But that's fine.
I don't know why. Like, for some reason, after telling them and they seem to be more accepting, I felt just so more relaxed with it. And now I just said it out loud, and I'm like, I'm probably an idiot at the moment. but it was already too late, and now it's a Kenku that do made me cry. And oh yeah, now it's too late. Now it's everyone's gonna hear something like that with my voice as well.
It's done. It's done. It's done. But I do feel that that's the thing. Is they accepted it. They accepted it without necessarily the need of violence and imminent death. And I think they would have accepted it anyway. And they're our companions, at least for the carnival until we get back to Candlekeep. But maybe a little non-threatening.
Should I
Friendly.
apologize?
Maybe a little. You didn't mean it. You didn't.
No, I totally meant it, but I'll apologize for it because it was unnecessary. I thought it was necessary at the time, but I realized very quickly that it wasn't because they were kind people, which most people aren't in this world.
Well, they are kind people, and I find that most people kind. Sailors.
No, they're definitely not kind. Most of the people are pure evil shit bastards. But
Jesus Christ.
I get your point.
We often see what we look for, and those same people have loving mothers, loved by somebody.
Yeah, their mothers should be blamed for them giving birth to those people. Yes.
Oh dear, Sailors, we've got quite some work to do with you, haven't we? But I think for now, a starting point would be a little apology and maybe a bit more of a welcoming demeanour towards Liliana. She's very sweet.
Sure, let's do that. Do I see any place where they seem to have like cotton candy or anything like that?
You do see, just outside. I think there is. Let me check. There's a food thing. Pretty close. No. So where you're standing right now, you don't really see any shops or stalls that sell food. If you want, you can give me a survival check to see if you can locate where, like, the scent of food is coming from.
Come on, use your raven nose. They can spot carrion by like miles.
By concentrating, you do get a soft scent of food coming from the north of the carnival. You are currently at the south end.
Alright. I was thinking I should go and get some maybe cotton candy or something for them, but I don't think we're close enough, so I'll probably get it later. But I'll take your advice and I'll apologize to them.
Such a good boy. I've got every faith that you're going to do this wonderfully. Well done, Sailors. Let's go back and see how they're getting on.
Alright, let's go back.
As you exit and get back to the others, you see them sitting with around the table along with the goblins from earlier. Did Suri also want a cup of tea, or was it just Liliana?
No. Suri didn't have anything.
Yep. And they are seemingly in conversation with the others as you walk up to the table.
Oh, did you have fun?
It was so exciting. I think that every place should have a bubble pop teapot. It was the most exciting thing. Beautiful, lovely feeling. And I really think I it's she looks to the goblin that she said, I wonder, I would like to this is such a lovely place. Perhaps I could speak to the owner and share how excited we've been and what a fine place he's doing, and really commend you on the safety and security that you're keeping on your bubbles. It was perfectly safe. I felt thrilled all the time. And she holds out her hands to Rihanna. Look, I've got glitters.
And she will just touch her hands and be like, ooh.
It rubs off a little bit on Reliana's fingers.
I'm used to
Say
getting
this-
sparkly.
Yes, and I believe that Sailors enjoyed himself. You enjoyed yourself as well, didn't you, Sailors? Once you got the hang of it.
At first, I didn't because I couldn't move, except being moved by others. But once I learned how to do it, it was really fun to send people flying. I mean, that goblin, he just flew across the other place, and I was like wondering where he would end up. I mean, do you think they just keep floating, or do they ever stop?
Well, I guess when he hits the side of the teapot. Yes, that was Well, actually, Sailor's had fun. She's like thinking about how violent this conversation seems to be going.
It was hilarious.
When
Yes.
trips stop, bubble pop. When the trip stops, bubble pop.
Oh, then it'll be fine.
Well, I
That's
guess
good.
we should go look for other rides. We have so much to see, and hopefully we do see the owner.
Oh.
Totally.
Mr. Witch and Witch the light. Come out when the light is bright.
Oh.
Does that mean moonlight or sunlight?
At the top of the night when light is bright, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Come to make it right.
They come out at night. But shall we go see if we find some other rides as well?
Definitely.
And she will stand up and thank you for the delicious tea. And I do hope the cupcake tasted good.
Oh, cupcake was great. Thank you. It fit very well with the tea. Thanks.
And she will just give him a slight bow and be like, shall we be on our way?
Yes.
Take care now. Bye.
Bye-bye. And once they're out of reach, she's basically just gonna grab Fenna and be like, we might have a big problem.
What's the matter, dear?
What?
I mean, Escurida, you can. She starts stuttering because she doesn't know how to say things anymore.
So, as we were talking with the goblins, we found out a little bit about the owners of this caravan.
Fantastic.
To begin with, they are apparently Shalakai from the Shadowfell.
One of those.
We've met them. We met them.
Oh, were those? Oh, yeah, those.
Yes, and the goblin also told
I
us
think-
that someone was looking for them because they weren't allowed to be there or something, and the only place we can actually think of was the Shadowfell, and apparently a princess has also been kidnapped from there. And that's why they're not afraid anymore, because they're on
Basically,
the run.
that princess was after them, or
Looking
at
for
least they did not want to meet her in any way.
A
However,
Shadowkai
they-
princess?
Unknown. Could be anything. But yeah, she has apparently been kidnapped. So now they are both relieved and worried. considering if they are truly a ruler of their homeland, then most likely they are on the same status as Daffodil was, being that Feywild and Shadowfell mirror each other. Somehow. DM, who created the Feywild? How does it work in mirroring? Considering the
Um,
Shadowfell was made by Shar.
the Shadowfell is like a shadow version of the material plane,
And the
where
Feywild is a...
the Feywild is basically a like they are basically the same sort of realm. Both are mirrors of the material plane, while the Shadowfell is like the negative. The Feywild is the positive of the material plane. So both are just as chaotic and change just as much, but Shadowfell is from the. It's made out of substance from the negative plane, while Feywild's is kind of hard to describe it, but it's more of a positive. While like it can still be chaotic and dangerous and like violent, it's more positive realm. Shadowfell is negative realm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's clear. I have, however, lost my train of thought. But let's into this question.
So,
we
Princess
don't know
kidnapped.
we don't know who this princess is. The first thing we could think of was the Raven Queen, but she's not the princess. But now we're not sure, and it's kind of alarming.
If it was the Raven Queen, then this is something that we have no power to meddle, interfere, or do
You don't think the
anything
Raven
about.
Girl was a princess, right?
I'm sorry?
Who?
The Raven Girl? She wasn't a princess, was she?
I mean, I never spoke to her directly, but I think
Raven Girl?
No, I'm really confused.
Long story. We went into Shadowfell earlier with a raven that was a girl that had died, I think, and got put inside a raven. Then we brought her home where there was no family left. We met a group of were-ravens that I allowed to bit me, whereas I became a were-raven. Well, I guess she came back with us, but then she left with Sai, I think, for some reason.
I mean, I think she was of noble birth. I'm trying to think back to her family estate. I think her father was a baron, so she was certainly noble, but I don't know if she was a princess.
I mean, it definitely wasn't a castle.
But this was a child, right? Why would a child look for carnival people?
No, she wasn't. True. I don't believe she wasn't looking for a carnival people. And it was a spirit. I mean, her spirit was over 100 years old or something, wasn't she, Sabers? I mean, died when she was a child.
How long has this princess been kidnapped?
We don't know.
Oh, we didn't hear this from the goblin, by the way.
Shadakai are elves, right?
Yes. A type of, at least.
Nah, it couldn't be. No, couldn't be.
What?
That would be very stupid and weird and would make me panic. So no, let's not go there.
I am very confused now.
Well, okay. So, what I heard from my father and what I know so far from my mother is that my mother was a princess that was an elf and got kidnapped by my father.
But was she from the Shadowfell?
I don't know. all I know is she has something to do with some sort of netherreal kingdom. I don't know even what that is, except something with dark magic, weird
Netheril?
thingy sort of thing.
Shouldn't that like make alarms go off in Fender's mind? She's the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like Netheril? How ancient are you again? Like,
That's
are we supposed to now go stabby stabby from ancient evil magic child?
Probably not.
Who?
I mean, it's up to you guys.
But yeah,
Who's evil stabby child?
nothing at all out of character.
Uh,
Just the fact that Netheril is the only one who might recognize that name reliably would be Fenna being a wizard. As their
that's true.
connection to wizards
Because
is
Moonstar doesn't. So does Fenna.
So, Netheril kingdoms would be. Would she? Well, if she was a teacher in magic, then she would definitely have read about some of it, at least the fall of the Netheril. It was a primarily human civilization that were exceptionally good at magic, arcane magic, to the point where they managed to create flying cities. And then, depending on your source, either someone tried to usurp Mistra, or tried to kill Mistra, or some other disaster happened and all of their cities just crashed into the ground. And the Netheril civilization just came to a halt because they got greedy when it came to magic. That was thousands of years before the current Dale Reckoning. So, in some instances, there's talk of a lost city, a lost citadel that was powered by dragon bones, for instance. But most of the Netheril knowledge is either speculation or things that have come up through archaeological digs. There is no one alive today that is connected with it directly. You would have to be like, I think it's like 4,000 years old if you want to have lived during that time.
And Silas has just said that his mother
is connected to it.
Princess.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Silas. I thought I misheard you there for a moment. Where did you say your mother was from?
I don't know the details. Okay, all I know is apparently my family name Nimalon on my mother's side has something to do with something called the Netheril Kingdom, and my mother was a princess. So I can only gather that she was a princess of this Netheril Kingdom, probably. Maybe she's a queen now, I don't know.
I mean, wait. Oh. I don't know, Silas. I mean, that's an ancient civilization.
No, my mother did exist. I'm pretty sure when I was born, because otherwise I wouldn't be born.
Yes. And you were born in the astral plane, did you say?
Can't be born in the astral
No,
plane.
totally not.
Okay.
I was born. Some ways east, southeast-ish from here, or from Candlekeep or Baldur's Gate. I don't know geography. I get kind of confused a bit, and I was very little when I run from home, so I don't really know exactly, but I know it was somewhere to the southeast. And then when I was 14, I ended up in the Astral Sea. 13, 14, something thereabouts. I think.
Right. Yes, I can see why you. Well, obviously, every son would want to find his mother. But yours seems to be a bit more of a mystery, perhaps.
I don't know. All I know that they basically came and took her back at some point, or she left me, and well, let's just say my father couldn't stop it, which I'm glad he couldn't. But now I don't really know if she left me here as well just because she wasn't allowed to bring me, or if she just don't love me. So I want to find that out.
The conversation seems to have taken a bit of a turn. And here we are in the middle of this carnival. Maybe something to consider another time, perhaps. But yes, I'm sorry. I've got a little bit distracted. We were the Witchlight, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light will be here at moonlight. How many hours away is that, dear? How much time we got to go here?
Well, there are these very nice things in the top left corner of the map that show time.
Yeah.
However, where we are at in the current time, like, I'm seeing welcome gifts, but I've not received anything yet. So we might be past that.
When you arrived, it was early evening. So you still have about 4 hours, five hours until midnight. You have unfortunately missed the welcoming gifts.
So right now is the big top extravaganza
Yes.
that we are also missing because we're at the bubble pop teapot. What a shame.
I wonder. I mean, obviously there was somebody posted a job at Candlekeep to look for these two. I just wonder. There was no indication on who posted the job or who to report to. I'm just wondering if they're on the run and being hunted for, whether this was the same person that put the notice up at Candlekeep.
Well, that is a fair concern. We just can't be with. We also have actually no idea how are we supposed to deliver the information. Who are we to contact it? It was a very vague notice. So
Maybe we'll just ask around when we get back.
yeah.
And on that confusing note, sorry.
Well, even if you go back, it's only 4 hours away, and the carnival. We're still in Candlekeep, or going there right now, because time dilation and weird stuff. We should wait at least 2 days before actually going back to Candlekeep.
Maybe if we get there quickly enough, we can see the one who put the note there before they even put the note there.
I don't
So-
think that's how it works.
It
I mean, we're
We're not
technically
aware when the note was
not-
placed.
You don't know where the note was placed.
When?
What?
When the note was placed. It could have been up there for weeks.
Yeah, it could have been up there for weeks, days, months, years.
Millennia?
No, we
Not that long.
Okay, cool.
it
Just
did
making
say
sure.
that they were at Baldur's Gate, so it shouldn't have actually been that long as they are not at Baldur's Gate yet.
If we get there, oh god, before we left,
Yes,
is there a risk that we will bump into ourselves?
possibly. I can't
That would
remember
be so
seeing.
cool.
It depends on how time works. Like I
We
can't
should-
remember seeing myself, so it never happened. So we never met ourselves.
We should totally go and meet ourselves. Then I can stop myself from threatening you, and then you won't be scared of me because I threatened you. Oh, by the way, sorry about that. I didn't mean to threaten you. But now maybe I can stop myself from threatening you so you don't feel threatened anymore. And then.
See,
No,
you
that's too
can
much
see I'm
thinking.
very confused really on at this
Too
point.
much
Like,
thinking. Too much thinking.
And on that confusing note, we are going to be ending the session.
I'm done. Just